Morning, friends of class 11 Science. Today we are going to start the new chapter called Laws of Motion. There is one topic remaining in the chapter of kinematics, that is circular motion. So we will be doing circular motion at the end of this chapter, because at the end of this chapter circular motion will be repeated with a few more things. So I have decided to continue with I've decided to start a new chapter, Laws of Motion, and this is a very important chapter as far as the study of physics is concerned. Okay, so we start with the laws of motion. First of all, you should be knowing what is a law and what is a rule. See, a rule is something which cannot be disobeyed, which is always followed. And law is certain statement which is followed under some conditions. यानी रूल को आप डिसोबे नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है, वो हर जगह अप्लाई होता ही है, कंपल्सरीली अप्लाई होता है. बट लॉ का क्या होता है? लॉ किसी गिवन स्पेसिफाइड कंडीशन में ही काम करता है. सो दैट इज नोन एज लॉ. मोशन यू ऑलरेडी नो. व्हाट इज मोशन? इफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज चेंजिंग इट्स प्लेस with respect to time and surroundings, the object is said to be in motion. So we are going to study laws of motion. That means the laws or the statements which are true for a body when the body is in motion, or else even if the body is at rest, these laws will be followed by the body. Okay, we start with the first thing, which is a fallacy of Aristotle. Okay, Aristotle, you know, he was the first one to think about science, in terms of facts. What was the observation of Aristotle? See, Aristotle, he thought something very simple. What did he thought? That if you kick a football, then after some time the football will come to stop. If you throw anything, it will keep on moving for some time and after that it will stop. Clear? So what was the obvious conclusion Aristotle derived? That objects will stop. Ultimately all the objects that are moving are going to stop. तो इससे एरिस्टोटल ने क्या कंक्लूजन निकाला? कि हर ऑब्जेक्ट रेस्ट में आने की कोशिश करता है. That means what was the statement given by Aristotle? That objects tends to stop. If the object is stationary, it is stationary, no problem. But if the object is moving, the tendency of an object, the nature of an object will be that it wants to come to stop. Okay, now Aristotle's observation was very limited. He observed only a football, or he observed only those things which are moving around. But when human beings started to know about planets, about satellites, about the solar system, थोड़ी हमारी और जानकारी बढ़ी, तो फिर हमें कुछ और चीजें पता चली. जैसे the planets, when the planets are moving around the sun, somebody has made their motion, somebody has started their motion, and the planets never tend to stop. The moon revolves around the earth. Does it ever stop? No. The earth revolves around the sun. Does it ever stop? No. There are several asteroids such as Halley comet, which is seen after 75 years, again after 75 years, and again after 75 years. So it is repeatedly moving in the universe without getting stopped. Okay, तो क्या हुआ इससे? The thing was that objects tends to stop. This became a false statement. Objects tends to stop. This became a false statement, and that is why it is known as the fallacy of Aristotle, the false statement of Aristotle. Okay, we don't say the Aristotle was wrong. We say he was incorrect. He was incorrect. Why? Because his observation was limited only to the objects which we see on the planet Earth. Okay, जब अर्थ से बाहर निकलते हैं, सोलर सिस्टम के बारे में जाते हैं, वहां पे ऑब्जर्वेशंस लेते हैं, तो क्या होता है? एरिस्टोटल बिकम्स इनकरेक्ट. एंड हु मेड हिम इनकरेक्ट? इट वाज आइजैक न्यूटन. हिज ऑब्जर्वेशन and he said that Aristotle was not wrong, but he was incorrect. There are various other theories also given by Aristotle. So they are not wrong. Their observation was completed by Aristotle. He observed them in totality. So that are not wrong, but this statement is wrong. Okay, then what did Newton tell us? Newton told us the very first thing about inertia. Okay, you have learned this in 9th class. Everything what is on the board, you have learned this already in class 9th. But here you will have to learn them by a new approach. Okay, अगेन मैं बताऊं आपको, तो एरिस्टोटल ने लिमिटेड ऑब्जर्वेशन किया था, फिर बाद में व्हेन द ऑब्जर्वेशन वाज इन अ बिगर रेफरेंस फ्रेम ही वाज प्रूव्ड रॉन्ग. सो इन क्लास 9th यू हैव स्टडीड फिजिक्स, बट दैट वाज ओनली अ लिमिटेड अप्रोच ऑफ द फिजिक्स. इट वाज नॉट अ टोटल अप्रोच. नाउ यू हैव टू गो अ लिटिल डीप इनसाइड. Okay, so we will be again discussing the property of inertia. What is inertia actually? Inertia is the inbuilt property of matter which makes the body to stay in the present state. I am repeating my statement. Please, you have to listen carefully. Inertia of a body makes the body stay in the present state. यानी जैसा बॉडी का प्रेजेंट स्टेट है वो इनर्शिया उसी प्रेजेंट स्टेट को मेंटेन करना चलता था. ओके, सच एज इफ यू आर इन ए मूड टू प्ले, ठीक है, और कोई आके बोले कि भाई पढ़ाई करो, तो यू डोंट लाइक इट, ओके आई विल कंटिन्यू टू प्ले. ऐसे ही क्या होता है, वंस यू गेट इंटरेस्टेड इन द बुक्स एंड इफ यू आर रीडिंग द बुक्स, फिर कोई दोस्त आता है चलो भाई बाहर खेलने, यू से नो आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस बुक्स. सो दिस इज बिकॉज अगेन ऑफ ए साइकोलॉजिकल इनर्शिया. व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, you like to do it continuously. Same happens with the bodies, the massive bodies around us, and this property is inertia. What is be in the present state? Inertia means the property of a body to be in the present state. If it is a state of rest, the body wants to continue with rest. If the body is in motion, the body continues to be in motion. It likes to be in motion because that is its present state. This property is inertia. Okay, now coming to the next topic, the next terminology, that is force. See, when I ask the definition of force to my students, they always give some answers which are true but quite funny. They say, sir, push or pull on a body is known as force. Okay, all right, I can agree to that, but I cannot completely agree to this statement. Then again they say, sir, a force is something which makes the body move and which can stop the body and which can change the size and shape of the body and this and that and everything else. Okay, can we sum up the total effect of force in one statement? What exactly is force, or what is the undisputed definition of force? Clear? What is that? Force is an effort. Listen very, very carefully. Force is an effort that changes or tries to change the present state of a body. I am repeating, this is very important, so I am repeating. Force is an effort which changes or tries to change the present state of a body. Force represented by F. What is it? It is trying to change the present state. If the body is at rest, you want to be it in motion, what you will do? Apply force. If the body is in motion and then you want to stop it, what you will do? You will apply some force. If the body is moving some straight line and you want to change the direction, what you will do? You will apply force. If the body has a particular size and shape and you want to change the size and shape, what you will do? You will again apply force. Okay, so ultimately whatever you are doing one thing, you are trying to change the present state of a body, or if you are changing the present state of a body, then it is force, the effort will be force. If the present state does not get changed, then also it will be a force. Okay, suppose let me try to change the position of this wall. मुझे थोड़ी जगह चाहिए यहाँ पे, तो मैं इसको push करता हूँ. I'm just trying to push this board, but it is not going. Have I applied some force? Yes, I have applied. Am I able to change the present state? No. But have I applied the force? What was my effort? My effort was known as force. Okay, now force is what? Force is इसको क्या बोले? Scalar बनाए, vector बनाए, क्या होना चाहिए? See, in force, is the direction important? Yes, it is important, because If a body is moving, you apply the force in the direction of its motion. ऐसे चल रहा है body, आप force ऐसे ही लगाओ, क्या होगा? The body is going to accelerate, it is going to increase the speed. But if the body is moving like this, you are applying the force from opposite direction. What will happen? The body will reduce its speed. The body will undergo retardation. Clear? Why? Because direction of force is reversed. So is direction important in force? Yes, direction is very, very important when you describe a force. So force should be a scalar quantity or vector quantity, because direction is important. It should be a vector quantity, and so force is actually a vector quantity. We have made it a vector quantity. Okay, what is force? Should it be scalar or should it be vector? No, direction is important, so force should be a vector quantity. So we put an arrow over it. Right? Okay. This was the definition of force. Be very cautious when the definition of force is to be rewritten. When you are solving some numerical problems. Okay, बच्चों को लगता है फोर्स का बस क्या है, डेफिनेशन है, बस उसको रट के चले जाओ और कोई पूछे तो बोल देने का, कोई लिखने को बोले तो लिख देने का. Okay, but that is not all. In some typical numerical problems, you will be using the definition of force. ठीक है, ये सिर्फ एक स्टेटमेंट नहीं है, ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में भी बहुत बार हमारे काम आती है. इट इज वेरी वेरी यूजफुल डेफिनेशन ऑफ फोर्स. रिकॉल इट इन द माइंड. एंड नेक्स्ट कमिंग टू मोमेंटम. ओके, व्हाट इज मोमेंटम? सी, बाय डेफिनेशन momentum is the amount of motion contained in a body. What is it? What is it? What is momentum? What is amount of motion contained in a body? एक बॉडी के अंदर कितना मोशन भरा हुआ है उसको हम मोमेंटम बोलते हैं. ओके, व्हाट वाज क्लास 9 डेफिनेशन? द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मास एंड वेलोसिटी ऑफ द बॉडी इज नोन एज मोमेंटम. इज इट रॉन्ग? नो, इट इज नॉट रॉन्ग. मैथमेटिकली इट इज राइट. मैथमेटिकली मोमेंटम इज इक्वल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मास एंड वेलोसिटी. बट व्हाट इज द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ मोमेंटम? इसको सोचोगे कैसे? यू थिंक, you learn physics, you practice, you learn mathematics. Every subject has its own mental requirements, it has got its own psychological traits. What is a psychological trait? If you want to learn physics, think clearly. If you will be able to think clearly, then you will be able to clear your concepts also. Okay, क्या ट्रेट चाहिए फिजिक्स पढ़ने के लिए? आपका थिंकिंग होना चाहिए. ओके, अभी आपको लगता है कि कोई कंसेप्ट वीक है, कैसे पता चलेगा कंसेप्ट वीक है? हाउ विल यू कम टू नो दैट माय कंसेप्ट इज वीक? ट्राई टू थिंक अबाउट दैट. इफ यू आर एबल टू थिंक क्लियरली, देन योर कंसेप्ट्स आर क्लियर. इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू थिंक क्लियरली, आप तो देखो दिमाग कहीं ब्लॉक हो गया, यार इससे आगे सोच नहीं पा रहा हूं, दैट मीन्स योर concepts are not clear. You need to revisit the books, or you need to see someone who knows it. Okay, coming back to momentum. What is momentum? Product of mass and velocity is momentum. What is the understanding of momentum? It is the amount of motion contained in a body. What is it? Amount of motion contained in a body. Okay, अभी इसको कैसे समझे कि amount of motion in a body? How do we know that on what factors the motion of a body depends on? Number one is the speed of the body. What is it? Speed of the body. See, if there are two bodies, one is moving very fast, one is moving very slow. Body number one is moving very fast, body number two is moving very slow. So if you want to stop them, in which of the bodies you have to apply more force? ठीक है, आप body motion में आपको उसको रोकने का, ठीक है. The body which is moving slowly, you can stop it easily. चलो जब है, you can stop it easily. But if the body is moving very fast, you have to apply greater amount of force. Why? You have to do greater efforts. Why? Because in the motion was more in that body. So अगर body fast move कर रही है इसमें ज़्यादा motion है, body slow move कर रही है उसमें कम motion है. So momentum depends on velocity. Right? दूसरी चीज, okay, if two bodies are there, two bodies are moving with same velocity, but one is more massive. जैसे दो बॉडी ले लो, एक आप बाइक ले लो, एक आप एक कार ले लो. Okay, both are moving with same speed. You want to stop both of them. Okay, to stop a bike, you require less amount of force because the motion in bike was less. The amount of motion in the bike was less. If you want to stop a car, you will have to apply greater amount of force. Why? Because the amount of motion in that car was less. It was more. ठीक है, तो हल्की बॉडी को रोकने के लिए कम एफर्ट चाहिए, भारी बॉडी को रोकने के लिए ज्यादा एफर्ट चाहिए. दैट मीन्स लाइटर बॉडीज हैव small amount of motion, heavier bodies have greater amount of motion. So momentum also depends upon mass. Greater is the mass, greater will be amount of motion in the body and greater will be the momentum. Alright, after you see this video, after you see this video, just note down the terms which I have written and try to think about it. More you think, more you will get. Okay. Now, coming to Newton's laws of motion. First law is the law of inertia. You will get the law of inertia, the statement of it from any book you are referring to, from NCERT or from any reference book. So what is the first law? Law of inertia. Why it is known as law of inertia? Because it explains inertia. And what does it explain? It explains that if a body is at rest, it will continue to be at rest. If a body is in uniform motion, the body will continue to be in uniform motion until and unless external force is applied. Right? If a body is at rest, it continues to be at rest. If a body is in motion, it continues to be in uniform motion. This is what? This is inertia. Now one more thing is added to it. Until and unless external force is applied. That means inertia ko kaun todega? Inertia ko force todega. This is first law, law of inertia. Inertia kya tha? I have already explained. Okay. Second is this. F is equals to delta P by delta T, or F is equals to dP by dt for bigger change and for smaller change, for algebra and for calculus. Right? But both of them give you the one statement. Mathematically ये और ये दोनों अलग चीजें हैं, but if you go for the essence of physics, both are same. What is this? This is change in momentum with respect to change in time. What it is? Change in momentum with respect to change in time. And what is this? This is rate of change of momentum. Both are same. Alright. So what is force equals to? Force applied on a body is equal to the rate of change of momentum. What is force? Force on a body is equal to the rate of change of momentum. Alright, this is the statement. And what is statement? You know what is rate of change of? Okay, you must be knowing two things, rate of change and gradient. दो चीजें physics में बार बार आती है. What is the first thing? Rate of change. And the second thing is gradient. Rate of change means dividing by time or differentiating by time. Gradient means dividing by distance or differentiating by distance. Here what is it? Rate of change of momentum. Now based on this, I can derive one easy thing, one easy mathematical thing from this part. See, F is equals to dP by dt, that is force is equals to rate of change of momentum. What is momentum is equals to? Momentum is equals to mass into velocity. Okay, now see, if the mass of the body remains constant during the motion, अगर बॉडी चल रही है उसका मास चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, then the mass is constant. And constant things can be taken out of differentiation. So I have taken m out of differentiation. What is that? M dV by dt. What is dV by dt? dV is equals to ma, mass into acceleration. So what is force? Force is equals to mass into acceleration. This is an easier form. But remember, always remember this. This is not always true. F is equals to ma हमेशा सही नहीं होता है. कब सही नहीं होगा? Here I have taken mass of the body to be constant. I have taken mass of the body to be constant. If the mass of the body does not remain constant, जैसे रॉकेट है, रॉकेट ऊपर जा रहा है, ओके, जाता है नीचे उसको फायर करता है इतना बड़ा होता है, ऊपर जा रहा है छोटा हो जाता है. Why? Because it is losing its mass. If the body loses its mass, or if the body gains the mass during the motion, then you cannot write F is equals to ma. Then which equation you will use? Then you will use F is equals to dV by dt. That's all. Okay? So this is second law. Force applied on the body equals to rate of change of momentum. And the third law, revising it quickly, F12 is equals to minus F21. Oh my god, what is this? This is another equation. Force is a vector quantity. F12 is equals to minus F21. Listen carefully. In this, please be a little careful when you are listening and when you are applying. F12 is force on body 1 due to body 2. F12 is the force on body 1 due to body 2. What is F21? F21 is the force on the second body due to first body. F21 is the force on second body, force on second body due to first body. Okay, so I have two masses over here, M1 and M2. They are mutually attracting each other. Okay, so M2 will be attracting M1, and because of attractive force, this body will move in this direction. So what is direction of F12? It's this way. Okay, M1 is also attracting M2, and what will be the direction of that attraction? It will be this direction. So direction of F21 is this. So both the forces are attractive forces, but their directions are opposite. You can see this is directed towards I cap, this is directed towards minus I cap. This is towards right, this is towards left. Got that? So action forces, and this is reaction force. This action force, is reaction force. Can you actually know which of this is action force and reaction force? M2 attracts M1 is one force, M1 attracts M2 is another force. अब इन दोनों में से एक्शन फोर्स कौन सा है, रिएक्शन फोर्स कैसा है, कुछ पता नहीं चलेगा भाई. You can never conclude in this that which is action force and which is reaction force. Okay, suppose if there is a boxer and if I kick him in the stomach, what he will do? He will just catch my throat and throw me away. So what I punched him, that is action. He had thrown me, that is reaction. So it is clear, no, that what is action and what is reaction. But in this case and in such cases, you cannot tell which force is action force and which force is reaction force, because both the force apply at the same time. Just it is active voice, passive voice. मैंने किसी को थप्पड़ मारा है ना, this is active voice. किसी ने मेरे से थप्पड़ खाया, this is passive voice. I slapped someone, active voice. Someone was slapped by me, passive voice. ठीक है, अब इसमें active voice पहले, passive voice, यार active passive दोनों एक साथ ही हुआ ना, both are at the same time. So you cannot conclude. So what we write, action force and reaction force are equal, they are opposite, and they act simultaneously. This was something I have added from myself. This is my added element. What is my added element? They act simultaneously. ठीक है, दोनों एक ही साथ काम करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है एक्शन फोर्स पहले होगा रिएक्शन बाद में होगा, नहीं, रिएक्शन पहले होगा एक्शन बाद में नहीं, दोनों हमेशा एक ही साथ काम करते हैं. they are born, their action is at the same time instant. Okay, so what is Newton's third law? Finally, Newton's third law. For every action force there is an equal and opposite reaction force, and this pair of action reaction forces act at the same time. They are simultaneous. Okay, now watch the video over and over again if you can understand, and try to think about the concepts which are taught. Goodbye for now.